What's up, viewers? Patrick from Bob vs. Only, back on our video. This episode number 5 of Athletes Become Bob versus of the Day. And today's verse comes out of Deuteronomy 31, verse 6, and it says, "Be strong and courageous, do not be afraid or terrified because of them. For the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you nor forsake you." And that's what that verse means. And it's time for our Royal Rangers recap, and let's get into it. So we're going to start in Ezekiel 29, verses 2 through 3, which says, "Son of man, set your face against Pharaoh, king of Egypt, and prophesy against him and against all Egypt. Speak to him and say, 'This is what the sovereign Lord says. I am against you, Pharaoh, king of Egypt, you great monsters lying among your streams. You say the Nile belongs to me. I made it for myself.'" Ezekiel 28, verses 1 through 19, and here's what it says. "The word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, say to the ruler of Tyre, this is what the sovereign Lord says. In the pride of your heart you say, I am a god, I sit on the throne of a god in the heart of the seas. But you are a mere mortal and not a god, though you think you are as wise as a god. Are you wiser than Daniel? Is no secret hidden from you? By your wisdom and understanding you have gained wealth for yourself, and amidst gold and silver in your treasures. By your great skill in trading you have increased your wealth, and because of your wealth your heart has grown proud." Skipping to verse 10, it says, "You will die the death of the uncircumcised at the hand of foreigners. I have spoken, declares the sovereign Lord. The word of the Lord came to me, Son of man, take up a lament concerning the king of Tyre and say to him, this is what the sovereign Lord says. You were the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty. You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone adorned you, carnelian, chrysolite, and emerald, topaz, onyx, and jasper, lapis, lazuli, turquoise, and beryl. Your settings and mountings were made of gold. On the day you were created, they were prepared. You were anointed as a guardian cherub, for so I ordained you. You were on the holy mount of God. You walked among the fiery stones. You were blameless in your ways from the day you were created, till wickedness was found in you. Through your widespread trade you were filled with violence, and you sinned. So I drove you in disgrace from the mount of God, and I expelled you, guardian cherub, from among the fiery stones. Your heart became proud on account of your beauty, and you corrupted your wisdom because of your splendor. So I threw you to the earth. I made a spectacle of you before kings. By your many sins and dishonest trade, you have desecrated your sanctuaries. So I made a fire come out from you, and it consumed you, and I reduced you to ashes on the ground. In the sight of all who were watching, all the nations who knew you are appalled at you. You have come to a horrible end and will be no more." So now we're going to go to Ezekiel 27, verse 35, which says, "All who live in the coastlands are appalled at you. Their kings shudder with horror, and their faces are distorted with fear." In Ezekiel 26, verse 21, it says, "I will bring you to a horrible end, and you will be no more. You will be sought, but you will never again be found, declares the sovereign Lord." And that's all for the verse portion of that. And the verse to leave you with today, in 1 Corinthians 10:13, it says, "No temptation has overtaken you, except what is common to mankind, and God is faithful. He will not let you be tempted beyond what you can bear, but when you are tempted, He will also provide a way so that you can endure it." And that's going to do it for the video. Thanks for watching. And until next time, me again, viewers, in every way, God's way is always the best way.